Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signor, and I'm here to support Gina Carano. Gina Carano, MMA fighter and Mandalorian star, is in a lot of heat on Twitter, and just by supporting her, I'm realizing in this video, I will be labeled a monster and countless other things, but it's okay. I'm used to it. I'm used to the Twitter mobs rushing to judge someone just because they say something that doesn't fall exactly in line with what they believe. It's just the irony of, and entitlement, I'll say, of just groups that, consider themselves to be bullied, to then bully others to fall in line with what they need or want or demand, and then go to the lengths that they do to folks like Gina. It's really effed up. I'm over it, and it's a breath of fresh air to see someone like Gina out there unafraid to stand up to bullies that I think a lot of people in Hollywood are afraid to because they're seen as, groups that we can't fight with. We must just fall in line and support, and no matter at the cost. And the reality is, nothing she said has ever been racist, transphobic, or any of these things she's being accused of. Not a single thing she's done. However, she does not want to just fall in line to follow mobs who are demanding her to do things. Nor should anyone. We should do what we're comfortable with. If we're saying awful things, then great. Call us out for saying awful things. But by not putting pronouns in our Instagram and Twitter headers, we don't support the cause? What kind of idiocy is this? This is what the LGBTQ plus community is now supporting, is bullying celebrities to put pronouns in their bios. And if you don't support the cause. It's maddening if you really break down what's happening to her and and thankfully I got to thank Data Racer Online, who compiled a bunch of tweets, because we're going to break it all down and show you how this all started, why people are being unfair to her, and what the reality is. So if you don't follow Gina Carano online, she posts a lot of stuff, and she's unafraid to post things, and I love it. She'll post stuff like this, and I think this one was fitting. How social media works. I prefer mangoes to oranges. Random person. So basically what you're saying is that you hate oranges. You also failed to mention pineapples, bananas, and grapefruits. Educate yourself. I mean, you couldn't get more spot on than how Twitter works than this statement. The key is to not let the trolls get to you, to block them, to move on, and not let them feel like they're more important or, they're the authority. That's the problem. Everyone on Twitter feels like they are the authority now because they have a social media platform. They can then tell you you're wrong, they know more, and you're a terrible person. And Gia stands up for it, and I love it about her. She does stuff, and she's not afraid to call out. So when people call her out, some would call her bullying here, but I'm of the school of, don't engage publicly if you're not prepared for that person to engage back. And if you take a shot at someone and you're part of the army of trolls that are saying things that are false, be ready to be called out. Just don't engage if you don't want to be called out. And this person, calls her transphobic and then deletes the tweet, so we can't see it because clearly she realized this was a bad tweet. And then Gina just dug her tail and said, no, I'm not letting you get off that one easy. It's okay, you deleted it, but since I saved it, I'll block out your handle because I don't encourage bullying. See how that works. And, showed again, just say you're transphobic and move on. Coraline, why do you say this? How is this helping the movement? How is this helping? It's like I'm speechless at kind of stuff like this. This is what the movement encourages and is okay with now? Just assuming people are transphobic? Because they didn't put pronouns in their header? That's what this is about. So let's break this down. Here, and this is the one that really actually sent me even crazier before we even get to the deeper examples. Joe here said, this homophobe blocked me, talking about Gina, calling her a homophobe. Gina is a homophobe, apparently, according to Joe, and blocked him because even though I have not tweeted to her or about her, she clearly blocked me solely because I'm a gay Star Wars fan. That is so effed up. Star Wars, Mandalorian, Disney Plus. Are you guys cool with this? She's just blocked LGBTQ Star Wars fans who have said nothing to or about her. Unless y'all support homophobia. The entitlement and ego on this guy, Joe. This sickens me. This is taking LGBTQ plus issues back 100 steps. You are now the bully, Joe. Everything I'm sure I've been bullied in your life, but now You're bullying others? Since when do two wrongs make a right? This is crazy because as Data Racer shows, and the fact is, it's called blockchaining. You can actually with widgets and stuff on Google, you can actually block an entire channel or users, followers or supporters. And so when you're getting actually really hammered by a group of people and they're using bots, blockchaining is actually a way to do it. And you probably just fell a line in there, Joe, because the reality is if you've never tweeted to her or about her, you've never said nothing to or about her, how would she not only know you're gay, but even know who the hell you are, dude? You're just caught in a lie. And then you rush to call her a homophobe? That is horrific. And that's what's happening every day on Twitter. Happens every day on Twitter. I'm fully experienced with it because I didn't want to mention it. But you know what? I'll mention it. I don't care. She's inspired me. The Schmodown crew is a group I've been in. There's this community in them that they will label you racist, transphobic, awful, awful things. Just because you don't agree with their politics. And I was stuck in it all weekend. And because I called someone out for liking the movie Cuties. And I won't name the names. I'm not going to be that petty at this point. I've said what I said online. If you saw me, you saw me. But that community is someone. It's just sad because it's like it should be about movie trivia. For those that know it, it's a film channel. I'm trying to connect it to a group. But they're so toxic. They're so toxic in demanding their beliefs over others. And the guy running it, who used to be a friend of mine, has no control over it anymore. Doesn't care. Whatever, just keep the shit moving. And it's just sad. It's sad that like even in other and communities all over online, you get stuck in your bubble. And then if you say something against what they believe, or just a wrong step or look, you're out. We must force you out. We must cancel you. It's sickening. So let's break down, though, to digress. Let me bring it back to Gina here. Let's focus on what actually happened here, because this happens all online, and that's why I want to make sure we're helping her explain what's going on here. So here's the bullying harassment Gina's receiving. Thank you again, Data Racer, for compiling on this. Data Racer 117 on Twitter does this a lot, does amazing research and connects it all. So go support him, follow him, her, or them online. Now they're trying to get her fired from Star Wars. And this is how it all started. They're mad because I won't put pronouns in my bio and show my support for trans lives. After months of harassing me in every way, I decided to put 3 very controversial words in my bio: beep, bop, boop. I'm not against trans lads at all. They need to find less abusive representation. I don't think trans people would like all of you trying to force a woman to put something in her bio through harassment and name-calling every day for months, such as racist, transphobe, weirdo, the B word, trying to avoid certain keywords because YouTube will just click you off and not support you. I hope you die. I hope you lose your career. You're fat. You're ugly. I mean, this is horrific. And it's all here. It's all here. He's compiled it all. It's just endless amounts of trollery. I don't even want to read some of this stuff. It's horrific. All these users who are just there hating her, saying awful, awful, untrue things. Because she didn't put pronouns in her bio, guy. That's where we're at. This community of people who I legit believe have been bullied and deserve fair, equal rights are now accosting people, do their own persecution, to persecute others who don't support to the length and height of support that they deem necessary. That's where we are as a society. The amount of entitlement there disgusts me. I support everyone, and clearly Gina does too. Supports everybody. I don't got a problem with any, but love who you want to love. Go do what you want to do. Equal rights, amen. Telling me to put pronouns in my bio or else I don't support your cause? Pfft, get the hell out of here. That's ridiculous. No, I will not do that. And no one should be demanding that. And anyone demanding that actually isn't for the cause. So this group, just so you understand the backstory of all this, because you can dig down and find thousands more of all this. But Pedro Pascal got bullied into it. And because they sort of demanded it, he did it. Pedro Pascal, I'm one of many trans fans, and I was wondering if you would please put your pronouns in your bio. It helps normalize pronouns since lots of trans fans and allies have been the victim of bullying purely for having pronouns in their account. Pedro Pascal, Stinky, now that I have your attention, please put your... So anyway, this became a... please put your pronouns. It would be helpful. Please, 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 please. So they come in and do it. And then he went and did it. Put pronouns in his... Oh my God, he put his pronouns... Oh my God, he really did it. This is a win. He has pronouns in his bio. Despite being a cis dude, my mood went up. So then they went after Gina and tried to do the same damn thing. And yes, Pedro and I spoke, and he helped me understand why people were putting them in their bios. I didn't know before, but I do now. I won't be putting them in my bio, but good for all of you who choose to. I stand against bullying, especially the most vulnerable, and freedom to choose. Well said. She didn't even need to give him that, but she did. And then they turned on her. Us to Pedro for weeks. Put your pronouns in the bio. It's important for the trans community. Pedro does and understands. Us to Gina. Put your pronouns in your bio. It's important for the Gina. Stop bullying me. It's my right to be selfish. And then they just proceed to rail into her. This one's for you, B. This one's for you, B. How dare you, B? So then they make up stuff. Gina's saying she cares about suicide awareness as my villain origin story because that wasn't the case when dozens of people were in both our mentions liking me to kill myself, and her silence only condoned and encouraged them further. Where was the energy then? And that wasn't in the thread. They don't want to post it. Apparently it happened, but then they never post it. They just want to be bullying. Look. This all started with another campaign here, starting on this one, because if you actually know what happened to her, she posted this image, okay? And so this was the image that sort of made fans turn on her because this image is of people doing a Nazi salute, and this man wasn't, and she circled him. And so this was on August 2nd, and people just assumed why she posted this. People who never followed her don't know that she always posts stuff about like standing up and resisting mobs, doing what you believe in. Clearly is what she was supporting here. And this story, which you actually know this story is actually a tragic, powerful story behind the lone German who refused to give Hitler the salute. And it's actually a really sad story. He fell in love with a Jewish woman and realized everything he was doing was wrong, and he stood up against this disgustingness. And so, people just were upset with her because of the timing, Black Lives Matter, all this stuff. How dare you not support Black Lives Matter, Gina? How dare you want an ally? What is this? So you're telling me Black Lives Matters are Nazis? She never said that. She never said anything. She literally posted a picture. And then she shared that article I shared with you, talking about the heartbreaking story. And if you ever followed her, she talks always about standing up for what you believe in and what's right. Has nothing to do with any movement. People made it about movements because they needed to, because that's what they sort of wanted to do. So people were just were ripping into her for this, and that's where this really did start. Sorry, wait, I'm making sure I go back to that thread. That's where all this started, and so it was just sad because she didn't do anything wrong. But yet here they were. 38 bootlickers being bullied. Oh, no one's bullying you. You shaded the BLM movement. You've blocked people commenting on your posts. If you're not racist, then prove us wrong and put BLM in your profile. Put BLM in your profile. Sorry, triggered. Imagine being a grown woman and thinking you're being bullied by a bunch of teenagers on the internet. It's always a common trope they do. Here's your best look, where they put Guy Fieri on all of Cara Dune's pictures. Wow, your talent. Can you please block me? It would mean the world to me. BLM. Loved it when you and Guy Fieri and Din Djarin were best friends. Yeah, you sexy girl. Imagine the trans community making trans jokes about her. This is sick. This is sick, and this is the kind of stuff she got on the daily. But no, yeah, just a couple teenagers bugging her. Just a couple teenagers bugging her, guys. So she fought back. In my experience, screaming at someone that they are racist, when they indeed are not a racist, and any post or research you do will show you those facts, then I'm sorry, those people are not educators. They are cowards and bullies. Say Black Lives Matter, and we'll stop. Dear trolls, make sure you keep checking on all forums, you other 12 fake accounts, you cowards. Glad you stopped following me. It looks like the trash took itself out. She fought back, but here it is. I'm just nonstop. Say BLM. Say BLM. She really thinks we would create 12 fake accounts just for her. Anyways, you call people cowards, but who's one blocking people for calling you out on your racist bootlicking behavior? This stuff bothers me, man. This stuff's sick. I promise you, no one cares about the 12 other accounts that stalk. No one bothered. No one cares enough about you to make 12 other accounts to stalk you. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Really? Oh, no, that doesn't happen. Oh, yeah, no one's creating bots to just spam the same thing over and over again? Oh, yeah. She's a liar. Screw her. Let's burn her. Burn her. Burn her to the ground. And it's really funny because she actually did share it on her own terms back in June, in the beginning. People don't care. People don't do the research. No, she's a racist who doesn't support Black Lives Matter, even though she supported it. But just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. We'll all go away. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it. Use the platform and say it. Spread the awareness. So that's why people hate Gina Carano. Nothing she did. All just stuff the mob decided to tell you she did. And that's the problem right now. People in the Schmodown, other people in Hollywood, they just follow mobs. That's what they do. They just follow the mob and sort of go with the road. And it's sort of, I think the anonymousness of social media has just made people get like a little of endorphin when they just get to attack. Yeah. Oh, God, this person's bad. Yeah, I'm going to poke at it. And thank God she's got the strength to fight back, and it's inspiring, to be honest. Because, to take her own words and use them here, the only people who see the whole picture, he murmured, are the ones who step out of the frame. That's the kind of stuff I love and see on her account, and I will follow now and support because she's a real person who shares her thoughts, isn't afraid to back down, and will not be bullied by mobs. And that makes people uncomfortable because some people are sheep and they just want to follow mobs because they're told to. They like to work in numbers. But you know what? She won't. So bravo to her and everyone trying to cancel her. Keep trying. She's done nothing cancelable. She's said nothing racist, transphobic, or anything. She did decide to do this beep, boop, bop thing she did. And if you actually go to her account, she does actually finally explain it. Beep, bop, boop has 0 to do with mocking trans people and 100 to do with exposing the bullying mentality of the mob that has taken over the voices of many genuine causes. Facts. I want people to know you can take hate with a smile, so boop you for misunderstanding. All love, no hate. But it's like the irony that if, Boop wants to define herself as Boop, doesn't she have a right for that? No, it's mocking. Okay, so we can make new terms. We can demand you follow certain terms. But Gina Carano can't define herself as Boop to combat bullying. I mean, it's shocking to me. It's shocking to me. I'm sure there are people in the LGBTQ community that are frustrated by this, and they should be. And anybody who's attacking me from this, to me, is being ignorant, because I haven't said anything about my beliefs in this. I'm supporting a person who hasn't said anything transphobic or racist. Nothing. And I don't see this as mocking people. She's absolutely spot on with what she's saying. Someone will take it that way, and you're allowed to take it that way, but then don't speak for her when she's telling you what she believes. It's the same thing you're accusing other people of doing to you. It's just, I'm over all this. So we're so refreshing to see someone, and I think if Disney were to try and cancel her for the things she's already done here, there would be serious backlash. Like it would, and I think Disney realizes they can't. Five Row, I think all of them realize now they can't do this. Look, bravo to Gina Carano. Happy to follow her. You guys can go support her on Twitter, show her some love for standing back. And look, people in the movement who actually believe in the causes that you think she's against, stop what you're doing against her. She's an ally. Like she is. It's just like, it blows my mind how we focus on so much hate right now and bullying and poking instead of having dialogue and actually trying to educate people instead of doing it through bots and bullying and demands. Put this in your banner or you're not a supporter. You have a fan base. You have to do this now or you're against us. What the hell is happening to our world? It's sickening. And no wonder people are getting frustrated, right? No wonder there are probably more transphobic people being born out of seeing this war, of like sort of being like, I'm not going to bow down to anybody. I'm my own person. They can have their rights, absolutely, but you're now telling me what I have to have in my Twitter bio? Screw you. That is not the way. That is not the way. And these real LGBTQ groups need to stand up against bullies out there who are demanding that celebrities put their pronouns in their bio. That should be their choice. Now, you can educate and do interviews, and people can go out there as spokesmen and supporters to say the importance in a nice, civil way. And if someone's inspired by that, they'll go do it. But you can't demand people to do anything. That's not how you make change. That's how you make resistance. That's how you get people to put up their guard and get defensive. And people who would support you otherwise will now stop supporting you because you're being a bully. People don't like to support bullies. And the trans community has been bullied enough to not turn the trans community into bullies to try and get their way. That's not the way to solve this. That's my thoughts. That's what you think. If you like my thoughts, if you like Gina's, follow us, support us over on social media, subscribe here. If you don't, that's your choice. You made it this far. Just tune out. Don't support or watch me again. Appreciate that. That's the beauty of America, is the choice to support the people you like. And I'm going to be standing up for more people like this and more people like Gina who have done nothing wrong and are just speaking their minds in a healthy way and support love over hate. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more. I'll be back with more content here on Popcorn Planet.